Okay, more news coming out of New York Comic Con, and this got me hyped. Actually, this news came to me via my friend Joel Davis. And yeah, we've got some Star Wars novel news. And the moment I heard this, I was like, oh shit, yeah. And that is a new Thrawn novel coming out summer of 2018. And yeah, a new Thrawn novel. The other major thing is that it will be also written by Timothy Zahn, just like the first Thrawn novel that came out earlier this year, which I have not read yet. I need to. It's on my to-do list. But yeah, Timothy Zahn, the guy who created Thrawn and did the Thrawn trilogy, he will be writing that novel as well. And this will be very different because Thrawn will be working very closely with another character. And that character is Darth Vader. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, we are finally getting a Thrawn-Vader team-up in novel form. Yeah. Thrawn and Vader are finally teaming up. There have been, like, novels before where we've had them interact a few times. Minor interactions, but we've never really had Thrawn and Vader, like, as far as I know, really have some, screen time together, some screen time together or any time together. Although it is said multiple times that Vader and Thrawn hold each other to a very high regard. So I am super excited to see, this is a team up. I think not only myself but everyone else who has ever who's a fan of Star Wars, have kind of wanted to see these two, like, work together on something. Like, have them meet and unite over something. Now, the big thing is, that's about it. That is all the story we are getting, so permit me to speculate a bit. The big thing is that we don't know where in the timeline this is going to be. We don't know where in the Star Wars continuity this is going to be. They're being very vague about that, of where this team-up is going to be. Now, a lot of people have been speculating that in the Thrawn novel, the new Thrawn novel, Thrawn revealed that he knew that Darth Vader was Anakin. And this was before he joined the Empire and when he was first speaking to the Emperor. A lot of people have speculated, well, maybe this is the story of how Thrawn pieced together that Anakin was really, Darth Vader was really Anakin Skywalker. I think that's a cool idea. I think that's a strong possibility. I also liked in that little excerpt is that Thrawn talks about this great evil in the Outer Rim, and Zahn did it so well that you could interpret it as Snoke. You could have it very much interpreted that he was referring to Snoke, or you could have it that he was referring to the Yuuzhan Vong, which I know a lot of fans have probably gone apeshit over that, of Zahn kind of referencing the Vong. So I'm, again, I think that's really, I think that was a cool way of Zahn kind of alluding to the Vong without referring to the Vong. Got tongue-tied there, sorry. But going back to this, there could be multiple ways of how you could look at it. One personal way I'd like to see this done is have, Thrawn go to Vader after his encounter with the Bendu at the end of Season 3. Like, Thrawn goes to him and is like, look, I don't know much about the Force, and this thing threatened me, so could you... I know you only know about... And yeah, Thrawn would understand Vader only knows about one aspect of the Force, but it's like, well, it's about more than I know, so, okay. So maybe have it... I'd love to see, like, Thrawn hanging out in Vader's lair. Like, Thrawn having conversation with him there. The whole novel is going to be built up as, like, a giant team-up book between Vader and Thrawn, which, again, no complaints here, and probably a lot of you guys aren't complaining about that either. The other thing is that, having these two characters meet, you'd think, Vader is this very cold, calculating character. Vader is kind of emotionally unstable, and he can go off at a second, as we all know. So it's going to be interesting to see Thrawn and Vader, interact with one another, and maybe this will be the story of of how they kind of built that respect for one another. In the Tarkin novel by James Luceno, Tarkin and Vader always had that kind of respect for one another. So I'm curious if Zahn is going to write the novel as this is the story of how Thrawn and Vader became like how they mutually respected one another. Because it could be that Vader just was just like, I really do not want to work with you, buddy. I really don't. Because I think Vader in his head, upon learning about Thrawn and knowing how close he is to the Emperor, I almost said the Vader, sorry, how close Thrawn is to the Emperor in terms of confidants, I think Vader would be initially threatened by that, of this outsider, he would look like, by the looks of it, coming in on his territory. And yeah, the only way you get higher in the Emperor's eyes is if you knock off a few people already at the high points. So it could be that could easily be the story, is that it starts out that Vader is like, I ain't working with this with this motherfucker. So that could easily be the case, honestly. But I would say that I'm already excited. Timothy Zahn working on a new Thrawn novel in continuity with the new Star Wars. Done. That's all you needed to say. Zahn on Thrawn. That's a weird rhyme right there. Timothy Zahn back on a Thrawn novel. Yeah, sold. I'm already done. But now you threw in Darth Vader. Oh boy, you have my money. You already have my money before it's even out, of a novel in which Vader and Thrawn go on an adventure together throughout who knows where. Again, because Zahn and the rest of the people behind this novel have pretty much said, yeah, that's all we're really telling you for the time being. So yeah, just leave it up for speculation, really. Yeah, like I said, they've already got my money. That's really all I can really say, is that they already have my money. I'm sold. I want to see finally seeing these two characters that when you think the Empire, you think Vader and Thrawn. You think the Emperor's another one, but when you think of the Empire, and those are kind of, Vader and Thrawn are kind of like, when you think Empire, you think those two, and to have them go together on a journey together, and possibly build up this respect, again, possibly, that could be the story, it's going to be interesting. But you guys comment below, let me know, what do you guys think of this new novel, and once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.